If you'd watch an advertisement, a TV program, or a film, the chances are it'll be accompanied by a piece of music. That music may have been specifically commissioned, but as budgets grow tighter, rather than going tailor-made, more and more producers are turning to ready-made music from production libraries. Although cheap, for a long time production music was regarded as somewhat second-rate. But as demand grows, the quality is rising rapidly.
A band performs in Camden. A composer beavers away in Battersea. And some session musicians lay down a track in Islington.
It's nice, actually. It's cool.
They're all dedicated musicians hard at work, all playing their part in the growing industry of ready-made production music.
With the expansion of cable channels all over the world and the diffusion of broadcasting, there's an increasing demand for music you can clear easily with no prior consent.
Because whenever you're producing something that requires musical backing, you've got a choice. You could use some production music sourced from a company like this. Alternatively, you might want to use some commercial music sourced from artists like this. Although there will be a cost differential.
Say a commercial in the UK going out, so if you use production music for around maybe £1,800. If you use a commercial track, it can be anything between perhaps 20,000 and £250,000.
But this kind of music isn't just in demand because it's cheap, the quality is improving too.
There was a time when library music was a little bit like, it was a bit B-lister, you know, you could get away with, some synthesizers and a piano track and a bit of a string pad.
Not anymore.
We're producing far, far superior material now.
Meanwhile, this sellout performance of library music by a group called the KPM All-Stars is proof that the public too appreciates quality. And along with the fans, it seems a whole new generation of music producers is starting to recognise the genre's worth as well.
There's now a fraternity of collectors, editors, record producers, composers who respect the 70s and 60s and 70s library music, and they're using it to base their songs on in terms of loops and grooves.
This is one of our library albums. One of the tracks was sampled and it was a big hit in the UK, and I'm going to play it for you now and see if you recognise it.
Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah, we've actually got 5 tracks on the Gnarls Barkley album, and these guys, the DJ guys that are involved in this stuff, love our stuff because it's all instrumental. They pick rhythms up, they use bits of it, they make loops.
But even if it's not going to hit #1, writing a quality library track can be fiendishly difficult.
If it's a client who's not particularly, well versed in music and they ask you to make it sound more yellow, that's tricky.
When you've got to do sort of a scientific thing with insects crawling all over the place and those sort of things, they're much harder.
Now, like many businesses, library music is being transformed by the internet.
Within 3 years, all of our music will be downloaded digitally. We won't have to do CD, thank God.
And the easier access the internet offers is good news for the composers of a product that really can keep on giving.
I got involved in 1963. Oddly enough, the first piece I ever wrote, which is a terrible piece when you listen to it now, it's still earning money.
Grandstand is one of mine, Wimbledon is one of mine, and The Athletics on BBC was used for nearly 30 years. So yes, if you're fortunate like that, it can be very, very comfortable.
And it seems that now especially one could comfortably predict that an industry which currently accounts for about 5% of the music market is only going to become a bigger and bigger player.
I think that's a good one.
And rather unusually, the duo behind the Gnarls Barkley song Crazy you heard there decided to pull the single from the UK market earlier this year, fearing it had become so overplayed that it would not be remembered fondly by its fan base.